An S-turn landing approach allows the pilot to lose altitude by making a series of S-turns within a cone of safe airspace. The size of the S's decreases as the pilot loses altitude. By tracing smaller and smaller S's, the pilot loses enough altitude and lines himself up with the target for the final approach. When using this technique, turns need to be smooth and steady. Make sure you avoid steep turns near the ground. A series of figure 8 turns are used to lose altitude. The 8s get smaller and smaller so that the pilot can lose altitude and get in line with the landing field before his final turn. If the pilot overshoots the landing, he can trace different sized figure 8s to reposition himself. This type of approach is technically challenging. The pilot needs to know how fast his speed and altitude are changing in relation to the ground. This approach is ideal for a landing on a field surrounded by obstacles. The U, or standard aircraft approach, has 2 phases. This approach is also called constant aspect approach. The first phase. Without taking his eyes off the target, the pilot approaches the landing field along one of its sides. Though unusual, the pilot will be flying downwind during this phase. He needs to take this into account when assessing his airspeed. The second phase, the base leg. By looking at the target, the pilot will determine the best moment to make his first turn. The rest of the approach depends on this turn. The pilot needs to figure out how much distance he has left to cover, as well as the altitude he'll need before making the final turn.